AskReddit by Unsocial Avocado. What if 2020 isn't the bad year but it's the start of a bad decade? If you ever need help, then please know that there are many qualified people who would like to help you. https://www.iasp.info/resources/crisis_centers http://www.befrienders.org/ http://www.suicidepreventionleafurline.org/get help/lifeline-chat.aspects http://www.samaritans.org/how-we-can-help-you UK https://www.lifeline.org.au/get-help/AU. There are crisis services worldwide that are trained to provide support. They are designed to give temporary relief from feelings that are overwhelming you, and while they are unlikely to fix any underlying problems, can help you get through a tough hour-night week. Chat services are usually available on these sites. In the US, calling 211 or going to their website is a free referral source. They have providers who will see you regardless of your ability to pay. Just as you would see a doctor when you are sick, you deserve to take care of your mental health. Not much I can do except make the best decisions for me and keep chugging along. This is the most positive comment in this section I've seen this far. Thank you. I was ready to just lay down in bed and feel horribly empty and helpless until I read this. Mad Max, here we come. Who killed the world? We did. Well, fuck. All of humanity summed up in one sentence basically. The last Reddit post will be a picture of a desolate planet with an endless F comment section. And thousands of wholesome rewards. Edit, like clockwork. Then I picked the wrong decade to stop sniffing glue. Edit, holy cow guys. This is a quote from the movie Airplane, but the sentiment is based in reality. I quit drinking 8 days ago. The past 2 days have been difficult and all these positive vibes have helped a lot. Thanks. Surely you can't be serious. No problem, just wait for the smartest who comments the decade starts on 2021. This is the relevant one this time around. https://xkcd.com/2249/ Why do you say this? Climate change has entered the chat. I'm pretty sure the suicide rate would go up a lot. Edit, if you are thinking about doing it, please don't. I'm just saying that here so I don't have to keep typing it. Please don't do it. Seek help. Edit 2. Suicide prevention hotline is 800-273-8255. Edit 3. According to used genmakers you can text home to 741,741 if you'd rather text than call. Can confirm LMAO, I'd probably be part of it. I really hope things get better after this year. Edit, this is genuinely the most likes and rewards I've ever gotten, and I have a lot of people who messaged me. When I opened Reddit I was shocked and didn't know what was happening. I'm grateful for all the support and messages. I was actually planning to do something next week GBH, but I probably won't. If you send me a message I'll reply to you eventually. I'm just a bit overwhelmed. Thank you all and I hope things get better for y'all. Well, obviously that's what it is. 2020 isn't a series of freak accidents, it's a series of extremely predictable and interconnected disasters that could probably have been prevented. Yeah, the pandemic surely isn't going away on the 31st of December and the economic pains will last even longer, even if no other disaster happens for the rest of the decade. SHHHSHHH, shut the fuck up. That made me laugh. Increasing economic disparity, shrinking job markets, global warming, global pandemic. Hard to be optimistic about the future. And what makes it even worse is that most people won't be prepared when things go south. We're also used to living in peace and comfort. And we've all grown accustomed to having the services that provide us with our everyday needs available to us. There are very few of us who would even know what to do in the event of a SHTF scenario where these services grind to halt. My projections for the 2020s are more low mid-intensity interstate conflicts, with the potential of one of them escalating. The beginning of mass migrations due to environmental pressures. Rising inequality. And rising nationalism. Yeah, pretty much, migrations will be shit. Then it is what it is. Because it's bad, it doesn't mean that anything good can happen. Someone will find their soulmate. Somebody will see their child for the first time. Someone will get an organ donation they so desperately need. Someone will find a hobby they enjoy and will grow to love. Somebody will buy their first house. Someone will achieve what they worked hard for. Sometimes those things will happen in public, sometimes in private. But I guarantee that it will happen. No matter how much of a bad, insert time span, it is, there will always good things happening and you will never have to look far for you to see them. May something good happen to you today. Well, this comment made me remember that I'm getting a PS5, so thanks for I guess. Bring it on, I guess. Can't do nothing about it. My great-grandparents and great-grandparents got through war, economic depression, and a pandemic without a gaming PC. No reason I can't do it with one. Not that it'd be easy. I'd probably cry a lot if every year ended up like this one. I could really use a break. But I'd do it, even if just to piss off all the fascists, extremists, and troglodytes that want me and my values dead and buried. Get yourself a van with a good solar panel on top. Maybe a deployable 5-gram antenna or something. Some good batteries too. Build an efficient little machine and play Minecraft until the world implodes. As someone who graduated high school in 2008, I feel like they are all going to be bad decades for us. For some reason, even 10-20 years ago, I always thought something very bad was going to happen in the 2020s. But that might just be because so many sci-fi things were set in the 2020s, or something. I think in Star Trek canon, WW3 starts in the 2020s and lasts until the 2050s. And yeah, it goes nuclear. Not enough to eradicate all life, but enough to cause severe damage to the Earth by the time first contact happens. Deleted. There are always silver linings though. Yes, I could say 2020 is shit. It has cost me my business and every penny I have. So plenty to be pissed about. But, if the virus hadn't happened, then I would have carried on drinking the way I was. I would probably be dead pretty soon. Instead it pushed me to hit bottom and get help, and am now sober. The docs estimated if I carried on I probably wouldn't see Christmas. Instead I am wondering what I will do over the next decade. It is how we see events and keeping positive. 2020 is the trailer for 2021. Since people can't fucking wear a mask or stay home, I bet those same people are gonna go to New Year's parties and then there will be a massive spike, and then it's just going to get worse till the FDA decides to approve medicine for it. And then we'll have the people who are anti-vax who won't even get the vaccine when we have one, and then we're still in trouble. You shut your whore mouth right now. Thank you. This isn't some bad year. This is the culmination of decades of ignorance, apathy and selfishness. All of this shit was seen in advance and warned against, yet here we are. This year isn't something that is happening to us. We actually directly caused it with our stupidity. Decades, you forgot the S. Thanks. Fuck you too. In recent times it seems that the start of the decade is always the worst. 1980s started with the after effects of the oil crisis and lead to the European missile crisis. The 90s started with the collapse of the Eastern Bloc. The 2000s started with 9/11 attacks and following wars in the Middle East. The 2010s started with the European debt crisis and the Arabian Spring. And now the 2020s start with a pandemic. But all examples from before show us that in the end we still live and life improves for most people. Just think about how much we combated famine, poverty and anti-democratic governments in the last 3 decades. Progress is happening, even when we have these setbacks. 1970s, beginning of the oil crisis. 1960s, Cuban Missile Crisis. 1950s, Korean War. 1940s, early stages of WW2. 1930s, Great Depression. Maybe you're onto something. Well, all I can say is death is unavoidable. So is pain. Suffering is not. I can't wait to post this in AskReddit in 2027 if I'm still alive and if there's still the internet. I will go to the CEO of Bad Stuff and personally ask them to stop. Fuck you, 2020 has to be the end of a bad decade. It started with the death of my last grandparent, 2012. Followed by the death of my significant other's brother, 2013. Then my dad died, 2014. After that my SO mother passed away, 2015. Then in 2017 the women I'd spent the last 2 years fell ill and died. Last year my mom died. Fuck this decade, I'm ready for some high notes. Please let's not put this in people's minds. It can damage people's already fragile mental state. Let's keep giving people hope. The world is already crap enough as it is. Edit. Just because you don't get stressed depressed thinking the world is going to shit with no way to fix it doesn't mean other people don't get extremely stressed and depressed thinking about this stuff. Think about how other people feel, not just yourself. Having hope isn't a bad thing. Having hope can help the world if we do the right things. We can still save the planet. It's not too late yet. Stay safe, people. Check on the people around you. Make sure they know they can talk to you and that they are not alone. A lot of people have lost loved ones and jobs this year and are feeling helpless. Let them know you're there for them. We all need each other during these times and not making it worse for others. Thank you. Fuck. Getting a damn anxiety attack over here. Kinda tired of this. People been blaming bad times on whatever arbitrary year it is, then praying for the end of the year like everything will be better on the 1st of January like it's magic. Shit is gonna suck till we work to fix it. People been blaming the year it is since like 2016 or 2017. And Jay, know it's all a joke, but it's getting people in the habit of doing nothing and waiting for the year to end like it's going to fix problems. Well, it is the start of a bad couple of years. Maybe even longer. I kind of doubt it will be a decade. We are going to have a hard time for the next few years. The handling of this situation was not thought out very well. We know that within the first 20 years of every century since 1420 there has been a global outbreak. We know that it takes 2 or more years to recover. Nothing has been done to preserve businesses or keep certain industries alive. Stores are starting to run out of stock simply because people are staying home instead of making things for stores to sell. I went to Fry's recently and almost half the store is empty. Stock on various items is just not available. I went to Michael's a few weeks ago and they are almost out of all of their painting supplies. If this continues, those stores will not be able to sell enough products to stay in business. This will have a ripple effect. Back in May I've seen someone answer to a post on Reddit about how bad 2020 was. The comment said, "Y'all got it wrong. It's not 2020. It's the 20s." It gave me shivers back then. If it is the start of a bad decade, then I wonder which apocalypse will come first. Virus kills 99%. Nuclear war and winter. Mass famine. Mass revolutions. Insane climate and weather. It's exciting and scary to think about. Someone wished I hope to live in interesting times to one too many people. Had to knock on wood for this one. This post definitely feels like a jinx. If anything, The Simpsons are going to predict it. How do I delete someone else's post? My local hardware store will need to order in more rope. I mean, it obviously will be a few bad years at this point. The world's productivity has dropped. Lots of important issues have fallen by the wayside. There's collective worldwide trauma. The impact of this year will ring out for as long as 9/11 if not longer, and we're still feeling that impact in the US's broadening political divide. Bruh, history has bad centuries. People were literally born and died in periods of tragedy. Buckle up, you never know.